Jordi, congratulations on winning the Home and getting your first win. Just what was that celebration like in the locker room with your players?
It was fun and wet. So, no, just very happy for the guys. I think that we took those steps forward where it's not that we only played for the first half, but we also played in the second half. So that was our goal. Sustained effort. We still fouled, but in a good way. I thought that we needed that physicality, and you see quarter by quarter, we found a way to win the first three quarters, and then we lost the fourth. So very happy for the guys. They did a great job. So that's the identity that we want to have. We want to be a ball pressure team. We want to play fast. We want high quality shots. So I think we did a good job against a very, very good team. So congrats to these guys. I'm proud of them.
You mentioned during pregame about Cam Thomas taking that next step and just growing. What did you see from him tonight, especially in that second half where it was highlight after highlight, but they were throwing so many different defenses at him, and he was still able to kind of get to the rim?
Just his engagement. He talked to his teammates constantly, talked to me. On both ends, he was very good, very involved. So that's what I want to see from CT, and I want to see this growth. Like, we'll give you the ball because we know your superpowers. Now, can you do it efficiently? Can you make your teammates better? Can you guard? So all those things he's doing right now, and I'm going to keep pushing him to even do it better.
You touched on Dennis's leadership a little bit before the game, but
fine. No, you're good. You're good. The first one is free. Of course.
I'm just picking this one.
You're good.
when you see both the way he was a floor general out there, but also playing on both ends and trying to be as disruptive as he was on defense, I mean, is that kind of the epitome of the kind of performance you're looking at from Dennis?
For sure. I mean, he's done it in winning teams. He's done it in international basketball, and he's done it here again. So toughness, leadership, coach on the floor, everything. Obviously, he made shots, and we love with all these guys made shot. He was very efficient. He was a plus 27 for whatever it's worth. But, 6 assists to 2 turnovers, that's a ratio we won. That's a ratio we won from our point guards, and both our point guards were 12 assists for 4 turnovers. So that's excellent. And going back to your point, Dennis, toughness and leadership really, helped us to get through and win the game.
Jordi, the fourth quarter, I believe you guys had a 16-2 run with that defense. Just what was it about that quarter where where the players seemed to turn it up an extra notch, force pressure? Just what was it about that period that kind of turned the corner, you think, for you guys?
I think it's, the game of basketball is like momentum and runs, right? And I thought at that point is we took the lead by doing what we're doing, which is pressuring the ball, the 5 players, being physical, and then getting out and run, taking good shots. And I thought all the guys bought into it, and we didn't shy away from our identity. We just kept doing it, and that was pretty cool to see.
Congrats on your first win, Coach.
Thank you.
Giannis still got his points tonight, but he didn't break the game like we see so many times, and Nick was a big part of that. So what are your thoughts on Nick's all-around defensive performance tonight?
Nick said it after the Orlando game, I got to be better, and today he played like we want him to play, like one of the best defensive players in the NBA, or the best. And that's what I'm going to challenge him to do, is have high standards, because we have high expectations from you, and he brought that leadership that we need, being the anchor of the defense, communicating at all times, and very happy to see Nick performing like that.
Just to kind of piggyback off that, Nick played in lineups with Zaire and Noah Clowney, and that's like a front court we've been talking about a lot with Clax and Clowney. But just what did you see from them in terms of the length and activity and how they complemented each other?
It's great because Noah was committed to shoot the 3. Zaire will let it fly. And if you look at those 3 guys, there's like a lot of length, size. We've been we've been talking about how small we've been, and but right now you see those three guys on the court, and you're like, wow, there's no room. They're flying around. Their effort has been amazing. They're long. So very, very happy to see those guys working well together and doing the right things for the team.
Congratulations. You
Thank you.
mentioned the identity of the team a couple times. Is that stuff that you believe in, the identity of a team, or is it just that's what this team is and that's the way they have to play to win games?
I think that you just got to work on what you believe, and I want my team to be competitive. That means that we fight every night, no matter what. I want my team to be selfless, which means that you'll do whatever is best for the team. You'll do your job, and I want my team to be connected. That means that no matter what, we'll be there for each other, and we'll challenge each other. But for the most part in the game, you got to be there supporting each other. So that's how we want to do it. And with that being said, like the toughness and physicality is something we got to bring every night, representing, like we said before, the Brooklyn grit. And we're gonna go out there and try to do it every single night.
Hi, Jordi, here. Congrats on your first victory.
Thank you.
Alberto Ortega from Spain. You came here 15 years ago, more or less. What does it mean to you, this victory? When you think about your career, all that it takes to take here?
Yeah, on one side it's very special because I have my wife, my kids, my parents, my good friends, my mother-in-law, her husband. So I have my loved ones here. So it's very special. Like, come all the way from starting from the bottom in the NBA and working really hard and move up. And, some good moments, some tough moments, different teams, friends, memories. And, it's really cool. And now you look and you have to enjoy this moment because there's only one time that you're the head coach and you win a game. On the other end, I also feel like, what's the next step? And we got to move on to the next thing. And I want to be in this league. I want to be with this club for a long time. I'm just proud of these guys. At the end of the day, I didn't win anything. The guys won the game. That's what basketball is, played by players. And I'm very proud of them because we as coaches try to help them. And they've been really coachable and they've been great. So very happy, very honored. And especially, like I said, that my loved ones are here.
Back to Dennis, him and the other veterans on this team, after the new direction of the team, a lot of people look at them and say, they're out of place or they're trade candidates. Do you think that people overlook the importance of having a veteran presence like that in the locker room, especially on a team where, you have a lot of young guys who are coming up in the NBA?
I can speak what we're trying to do here, and it's built. And we have a vision where we want to build something special. And the cool thing is, from ownership to management to coaching, is like the vision, it's been pretty clear. The guys know. And at the end of the day, when you see them work every day and you see them compete on the court, I think that all these questions and everything, trade talk going on, it doesn't matter. It's part of the business, but how hard they played out there, it's all that matters. And they're doing it for each other and they're doing it for themselves. So at the end of the day, very happy with what they're doing.
Hola Jordi, de Villafranca para la agencia F. Enhorabuena por el triunfo.
Gracias.
Los dos primeros partidos el equipo compitió hasta el final, luego no pudo conseguir la victoria. ¿Qué crees que ha cambiado hoy para que por fin se ha podido dar el triunfo después de competir?
Bueno, yo creo que es el reto de pasar por dos partidos y quedarte cerca, pero no hacerlo suficientemente bien como para sacar la victoria. Y yo creo que de todo aprendes y desafortunadamente en deporte de lo que más aprendes es de las derrotas. Y aquí es donde creo que cada uno tenemos que mirarnos al espejo, tanto los jugadores, los entrenadores, y buscar la manera de ser mejores. Evidentemente las faltas nos han penalizado mucho en los dos primeros partidos, las pérdidas de balón nos han penalizado mucho y hoy nos hemos estado muy centrados, aunque hemos dado tiros libres, pero creo que ahí donde hemos marcado un poco el ritmo del partido, ¿no? Yo creo que hemos mejorado en lo que no hicimos bien en las segundas partes de los primeros partidos. Yo creo que esa mejora es importante, sobre todo en lo que estamos intentando crear, que es un proyecto a largo plazo.
Last one, Megan.
Jordi, when it comes to this one, for that game ball, where will you put it and just kind of what that represents for you?
It represents a moment in my life, and I think that you look at it and it's the beginning of something special. That's how I'm going to look at that ball. I'm going to put it in my office because my wife does a great job decorating the house, and she doesn't want my basketball stuff there. So she always says, "That in your office." But I can look at it and I can believe that that's the beginning of something very special. And like I said before, coming from Joe, Sean, and the rest of the team, that's how we're going to do it. And it's cool because you just see one and you want to see them, keep coming. And I think it's very special.
Thank you, Jordi.
Thank you.
Dennis, congrats on the win. The other night you mentioned about how this game was about you guys as a team and just controlling what you can control. What were you guys and how were you guys able to do that here tonight?
Just compete on the highest level. I think everybody chipped in, was aggressive from the start, and we sustained it, for 48 minutes tonight. So shout out to the group, and that's a good win for Coach.
You mentioned just about playing for 4 full quarters. Just what was different and what did you make of how you guys were able to sustain that?
I mean, just being active, pay attention to details with, Giannis bringing the ball up, being your load, being your shift, everybody communicating. I think communication is the biggest piece. And everybody talking to each other, everybody keeping everybody accountable. I think we did a great job tonight, just being together as a team. And if you want to have a chance to win games, that's how we got to do it. We got to outcompete, the other team, and do it for 48 minutes.
Dennis, if you could kind of take us into the locker room, what was the atmosphere like when you guys celebrated Jordi's first win?
That's always great, I mean, a guy from Europe, from Spain, being a head coach in the NBA, that's big time. So at the end of the day, what he brings to this locker room, that grit, to play hard, to do everything together as a team, building chemistry, all those things is great for us and for every single individual. But as a team, it's going to bring us far this season, I think, if you play that way. And he brought that to the team, and congrats to him for winning it. And the locker room went crazy for a little bit.
And the fourth quarter run you guys had, I think it was 16-2. Nick, Noah out there defending. You guys are swarming, defending the ball. Was that kind of what you guys want to be like when you guys are defending and being locked in on both ends like that?
Yes, on the defensive end, we want to pick up full court. Z, myself, we want to be really, even CJ doing it now. Everybody's saying he's a shooter, but he's more than that, and everybody is just buying into that system, how you want to play, picking up 94 feet, being a pest on the defensive end. And on the offensive end, we want to, run, shoot a lot of threes, good threes, and of course paint touches and spray it out for the open shooters, and I think we did that tonight.
Since joining the team here, you've said numerous times that you'd like to make this a long-term home for you. Just, you're a veteran, obviously, who's on this team, maybe going in a little bit of a different direction, but what is it about this organization in particular that you could see yourself staying here for an extended period?
I mean, at the end of the day, I know how this business works. So at the end of the day, to be able to be in the best league in the world, that's a blessing, and I'm always grateful for it. So at the end of the day, if something happens, I can, handle it. But Brooklyn, when I first got traded here, they texted my mom, texted my wife, sent them flowers, and I love things like that, and teammates. First day, I think, they was talking to me, they, made me feel comfortable. And that's all you can ask for. Of course, front office and all those guys, social media guys, everybody just cool, and making sure the players are straight. And that's the reason why I can see myself, of course, being here long term. But like I said, it's a business at the same time, and whenever a decision is made, I just go with it and always remind myself it's the best league in the world. So it don't matter where. Even if I get traded, that I always gotta see the positive side about it. But I want to stay here. Always great.
One of the main themes from you guys since training camp began was, beating the odds and not giving into and not giving into the talk of, this being a rebuilding year. Would you view a win like tonight a statement win?
I mean, we just focus on us, what we do, what we want to do every single day, every single night when we play. And just come out here and get a W. Like I always say, we want to outcompete the other team and win a basketball game. And we gonna take every single game as its own and try to make the playoffs. I mean, if you going into the season and say you don't want to make the playoffs, I think it's not the right thing. Everybody believe in our group, everybody who is in that locker room, including myself, and we just gonna go out there and all the outside noise we don't really care. We just gonna compete and try to get try to get some W's. Second language, sorry.
It's all good. People have commented on your leadership abilities. I'm curious, the first two games you guys got off to slow starts and had to fight your way into third quarter leads. Today, was your aggression to start the game purposeful as in terms of your leadership, or was that just game flow and that's the way things came to you?
I think everybody was just locked in. I think that's the home opener. Our fans here, we wanted to give them a great game, but we knew that we have to start better as a team. And I think we did that tonight. Everybody was locked in. The bench was ready. Everybody just, cheering for another. And I think that gives you a lot of power as well, a lot of energy. And we want to set that tone, We wanted to set that tone, 94 feet, pick up Dame, making sure we load on Giannis. And pay attention to details, and that's what we did tonight from the jump.
Cam, you mentioned on the court that this one meant a lot for you guys, especially for Jordi. Just what was that celebration like, and to see him get the game ball?
Yeah, it was good. It was great to see. First year head coach get his first win against a good team. That's it's kind of rare, honestly. But I mean, we played hard, start to finish. We was preaching. Playing the full 4 quarters. I think the first 2 games, we felt like those games were winnable because we played really well in the first half and always had a chance to win. But then the second half, we kind of just fell apart, and the team would go on runs, and we would foul a lot. But I think today we put together a pretty good full game. Obviously, there's stuff we need to work on still, but I'm proud of what we did today for sure.
Toward that end, you mentioned playing a full 4 quarters. What was the difference for you guys tonight that after seeming to hit walls late in the first 2 games, you guys were able to put together a 10-0 run, defensively, especially in the fourth quarter tonight?
Yeah, just sticking to what we was doing all preseason, shooting a lot of threes, getting up and down, playing fast, and at the same time, just defending without fouling, just trying to make it tough on, Giannis and Dame. We just try to make it tough as we can. I think we did a pretty good job. And we're not really getting discouraged when they make tough shots or, they draw some fouls because they're really elite at it. But I think we did a really good job of sticking to our principles, and, it worked out tonight.
Came after the first 2 games, you guys obviously in the second half, maybe it was fatigue, maybe with other things, but the energy wasn't there as you guys showed tonight. 1, what changed? And 2, how big is it for you guys playing the kind of aggressive defense Jordi wants to see how it looks tonight?
Yeah, it's great just to show that what we work on finally came out and we showed it. But to answer the first question, making shots changes everything. You make shots and play the right way, something good is going to happen every time. But at the same time, we just if the ball's not going in, we can't really get down and shrug our shoulders. We got to stick with it and stick to our principles and just always play through the mistakes, no matter what, turnovers, missed shots. We just got to play through mistakes and just try to, weather the storm when the other teams make their run, because everybody makes a run. So I think we did a good job with that.
You had that tough play in the fourth quarter on the and one. Looked like you banged knees or fell on your knee. How's the knee feeling?
Oh, no, I'm good. Perfectly fine. Just fell on my hip. I'm fine.
Also, when you look at the way this game transpired for you, you spoke that, like, in the first half, you saw the defense was playing, you looking for your teammates, and in the second half, you decided to turn it on. Has that been something you've learned over the years of, when to pick your spots, or is that just you felt you had the right matchup and you decided to attack?
Yeah, I feel like I always had the right matchup, but, the first half I was struggling. I got really great looks that I normally make all the time, just wasn't falling, but at the same time, you just can't. I learned just can't force it and get down on yourself. You just got to keep playing through it, make the right reads, and, eventually it'll all turn around, and that's what really happened for me. Honestly, in every game this year, I've started off slow and then picked it up in the second half. So, that's just, I guess, how it is for now. I want to at least start fast, and just keep it going the whole game, but it's just how the game goes and just me reading the game and trying to make the right reads for my guys. So that's about it.
Speaking of the reads, you got to the line 11 times, and I'm just curious how much of it is you feel like your reputation in the league has grown a little, and how much of it has you been improving at the skill of drawing fouls and getting to the line?
I guess my reputation, getting up there a little bit, and honestly, I always had the reputation of getting to the line a lot, even coming up through, AAU, high school, college. I always had the narrative of being one of the best free throw shooters, getting to the line at a high rate. In the leagues, would get every call, being a young guy. So now I guess getting a little bit of, reputation, a little bit of stripes, get a little bit more calls. But at the same time, I'm just trying to read the game and just try to get as much of an advantage as I can, use the defender's aggressiveness against them. And tonight, I think I did a good job of that. 10 for 11. I want to be 11-11, so free throws, but, I'll take it for sure.
Cam, in that fourth quarter where Nick had that dunk, I think Nick got credited as an offensive rebound, but we saw your vision and your eyesight was looking at Nick. Was that a lob to Nick, or was that a missed shot and Nick got the offensive rebound?
No, that was a pass. Me and Nick was looking dead at each other. I'll tell you if I shot it and he rebounded, but that was a pass. I was looking dead at him, so yeah, that was definitely a pass. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.